All right, everybody, welcome to episode 3 of the Subscription Podcast. I'm Paul Chambers.
And I'm Chris George.
And today we're going to talk about all things subscription. That's what we do here. So if you like us, subscribe to the Subscription Podcast because why not, right? I've got an awesome lineup of stuff here. I want to talk about Walmart Plus a little bit. I want to talk about Microsoft's Game Pass, Netflix, why I canceled my Panera subscription.
Can't believe you had one in the first
I know,
place.
right? Netflix out there, and then what's on your mind today?
We need to talk about the Twitter blue check mark.
We absolutely have to talk about Twitter and your main man, Elon Musk. I know how much you love him.
Your boy.
And we should touch base on Birchbox a little bit. There's some things going on there.
Absolutely.
All right. You've got the glasses. You're super smart. For those of you that can't see us, Chris George is, or if you're not watching this, you're listening to this, Chris George is wearing some glasses. They're making him look, at least he thinks, extra smart today.
Like, I didn't think I could look any more intelligent, and then it happened.
And then you put the glasses on.
But
totally
Paul tried to one-up me by putting on sunglasses, and we're indoors. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's, I'm raising the level of my attractiveness. I need every little boost I can get in my life. And
Like, what do those say on the side?
It's like, what is it?
QuickBox.
Yeah,
hey?
QuickBox.
So this...
Shout out to not our sponsor today.
This is not a sponsored video by QuickBox.com.
But I had about 500 pairs of these sitting in the warehouse still from somewhere.
Maybe they should come back to SubSummit.
They should. We can give them sunglasses.
No, they got free exposure today.
All right. Let's. You're the smartest man in the room right now. Let's talk about Twitter Blue and your thoughts on it.
Yeah, look, I think, I have a few thoughts on it. One, I think Elon did it originally to drive more revenue to Twitter. However, when I'm looking at what he wants to do, I think it devalues the blue check, right? You can just pay this monthly fee.
Yeah, but it changes like the purpose of the blue check now. You're thinking about the blue check as like so he's trying to use it as a verification standard going forward. Sure. Right. And so I don't know, now it's more valuable. Well, because before you used to have to pay like 20 grand to get the blue check.
Yeah, but even so, you still, it wasn't just pay 20 grand. It was like, you had to have press and that, right, in order to get approved and get the
or you paid 20 grand to get some crooked
fake
employee
press.
at Twitter to give
No, I don't think it worked
wasn't
like
fake
that.
press. They were taking side
so.
payments. It's widely known out there that the people at Twitter were taking side payments.
Less people would pay 20 grand versus $8 a month, right? So now you're gonna have more people that have the check mark that are probably not qualified to be verified. It devalues it, right?
What do you mean not qualified? I'm not qualified to be verified.
No, I didn't
as a
say you
person
could be
out there
qualified. I'm just saying in general, there's a reason they had it. It was like a status. And now when everybody can be that
only
status.
Only the cool people could get the check.
Yeah, like
marks.
I could get it. You could not.
Because of your glasses and
just my overall like who I am as a human.
Yeah, but what he's trying to do with the blue check mark is verify that you're a real person and not a bot and create like better conversation. But the more interesting part behind it, I was reading ProfitWell's newsletter that came out today on this about how really the approach to it isn't right. They're not going to build $1 billion in annual recurring revenue based on the blue check mark. And either they're going to hopefully they eventually get there and look at other opportunities for recurring revenue, or they're just going to stall out at that. Who knows with Elon Musk, right?
I'd rather him bring out Vine back.
Oh gosh, that'd be so fun to see Vine come back.
And what's interesting is I was best friends in middle school with the co-founder of Vine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I grew up with him. We were best friends. And you look at there's a battle for short form video right now. Twitter's platform is always going to be around. There's a very good use for it. It's widely used. They can incorporate some of that short form video. I think it's going to drive a lot of revenue and a lot of attention.
So Twitter's not known for being creator friendly. They've always like serviced the advertisers, and that was a lot of the problem with it and a lot of the pushback. And so they have an opportunity to really change that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where a lot of other annual recurring revenue can come from. You can subscribe to maybe your favorite creators in the future, different things like that. So I think there's a roadmap ahead here. My thinking is right out of the gate, he's trying to do, just trying to get real humans on the platform and try and get rid of the bots with the $8 a month.
I mean, how many bots are there?
I mean, who knows? Like the data that was a big argument, right? Twitter would never really fully revealed how many actual bots that they had on the platform, but it's probably a lot.
If you want to be known as real. So you have the check mark.
Yeah.
Now all you can do is pay $8, then everybody's going to have a check mark.
So you're going to subscribe?
No, because I'm not active on Twitter.
Are you going to be soon?
Probably not.
Why?
I don't have enough time.
Yeah, time is a thing.
Right. We've got other things that we're working on, other initiatives. My platform isn't Twitter.
Yeah. What is your platform?
Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Why do you live there more?
It's where my following base is. Also, Instagram nearly does what all of the other ones do. It's got stories, it's got short form, it's got reels, it's got standard posts.
But it doesn't have conversation.
Doesn't have conversation, right? It doesn't have community and group like a Facebook does, right? Or Twitter. Yeah. But I also have my LinkedIn for more of the conversation.
So Twitter's seen, they're definitely seen a lot of like uptick in traffic. It's funny because there's all these haters are out there on Twitter saying Twitter's going away, let's all move to other stuff. But they're using Twitter more than ever before. Yeah. I'm checking Twitter more than ever before. I mean, granted, I get notifications every time Elon Musk tweets because I'm curious. I'm curious what's going on. But like, it's interesting. I think I've been thinking about getting back into Twitter for some time. This might put me over the edge to start. Yeah. I mean, I used to tweet from my cell phone when you would like text in and tweet that way. So who knows? Maybe it's coming back. Yeah. Maybe not. Let's shift for a minute. We got Black Friday, Cyber Monday coming up. Yep. Big couple weeks coming up for e-commerce here. It's back and forth right now.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to note is it's not going to be a 2020 Black Friday. It's not going to be a 2021 Black Friday. This is the first Black Friday post-COVID where you're going to see most of the stores open. And while online shopping is still up from pre-COVID, people are going to want to get back into the stores. There's a little bit of there's people that get together to go out shopping on Black Friday.
Yeah. Right. So is e-commerce dead now?
No, absolutely not. But
it's the end of e-commerce.
You have to be prepared for that. For subscriptions, I'm never a big fan of Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Why?
Because I hate the coupon code spot.
Oh, yeah, you talked about this.
Right? So I hate when brands have to put out a deal to get a subscriber. I think those are low-quality subscribers that have high churn, low LTV. Now, I get it. For a lot of brands, it works well. It gets a lot of awareness. It's a good time for gift buying. I think I would probably use my Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals more around gifts.
Yeah.
And get them to buy a gift for somebody that maybe I break even on that gift purchase, but then I can convert that giftee into a subscriber in the future. So
that's always a big challenge in subscription, because if you're gifting a subscription to somebody, you're not actually getting that subscriber's their email address, right? It's a one-off purchase. It's like a 3-month gift or something.
If I could sell 5,000 one-off purchases that I broke even on, and I could convert 10% of them into being subscribers,
why do you need to break even on it? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying offer a deal where it essentially costs you $0.
Okay.
But you just got awareness to 5,000 new people to your product. If you convert 10% of them, I got 500 new subscribers for essentially a $0 CAC.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? I
see that.
And you could lose, again, you have to look in the data, but I remember at Gentleman's Box, right, at one point we did $10 first box.
Yeah.
And we looked at it, and the churn was like 50% after first month.
But we sold a ton of them.
We sold a ton of them.
But there was terrible subscribers.
It was 50% churn month one.
Yeah, terrible.
However, we did cohort that out over a year. And it was a profitable campaign, but very low profitability. And then you think about all the work you put in preparing for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I bet you you dive in a little bit deeper, returns, other things like that. I don't know how valuable that was, but you do it in a position where you essentially could break even, but you get a bunch of awareness. That could be long. That could be a long lasting sort of.
Do you think Walmart is missing an opportunity with Walmart Plus and Black Friday, Cyber Monday, doing something cool with their membership where you get early access to deals or different shipping and stuff like that?
I don't even know. I don't shop on Walmart. What is their Plus? What is their Walmart Plus? Is that Amazon Prime?
Yeah, it's their Amazon Prime competitor.
Free 2-day
shipping and access to content and different things.
I mean, look, I would say maybe we agree. Is Walmart just trying to do everything that Amazon's doing? They're trying to right? Yeah. They're the other player.
I think they miss it. They miss a huge opportunity always.
If I'm them, I'm doing something different than Amazon. But what do they have different now is the store.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a special, there's special deals for those individuals.
What if you're, as a Walmart Plus member, you get early access into the store?
Yeah, or early access to this online
that's
site.
A blend of retail and...
Yeah, you could have
e-commerce or something.
I feel like there could be some fights.
Dude, I went to a Black Friday opening one morning at Walmart.
And there was a fight?
No, but it was one of the craziest moments of my life. I waited all night in line. All night, it was a nice civil line. camped out, and it wasn't too cold. It was all right. And then about an hour before opening, it starts building. More people are showing up. All of a sudden, like, I'm like number 3 in line. Then all the family members. I was.
When was this?
I was like in college.
Oh.
And so now all of a sudden, like all the family members of the groups in front of me start showing up. And then
you got pushed to like 100.
Like all of a sudden I'm like 40 or 50 behind.
How
I'm
mad
not even kidding you. People started coming from the side, and then people were like shaking carts, and it was utter chaos. And all I remember is the doors open, and it's a full out sprint. And I look to my left, and I watch a person in slow motion like fall to the ground. And we were running for TVs at the time.
It's amazing.
It was unbelievable. And we got to the back of the store and nobody knew where you went to pick up the TV. And everybody's like frantically running around. And then a guy's like holding up these tickets in the air and you're like reaching to grab them. And I happened to get one. And I got my $1,000 plasma, 42-inch plasma TV for $1,000.
What do you think the chances are that I would ever wait in line?
You would walk up to me and go, I'll give you $500 to take your spot in line. That is exactly how you would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was an idiot, but I was in college.
No. I mean, you're being savvy. You're a savvy shopper.
Sure. Yeah.
Me, I'm not. I'm like the worst shopper.
Chris, that is a core memory of mine. I will never forget watching the person as I'm turning the corner roll to the ground, and I'm like
insane,
sprinting to the back of the store.
I mean, I recall buying something and like the next day going on sale and being like,
yeah,
like, yeah.
Black Friday's changed a lot, and of course, like there wasn't really like a Cyber Monday. It was just starting to become a thing. And, I don't know, like you can get these deals in June now and stuff like that. But listen, I think, who knows? I think there's tons of opportunity to unpack there still in subscription. But want to shift over and talk about Netflix for a minute here?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Netflix started rolling out their ad strategy.
Didn't notice.
Didn't notice. But one interesting thing, so I was fortunate to be at this event with Zora last week and some super smart people from a lot of different areas of subscription. And one of the things Zoe, the CEO of Zora, was talking about was about focusing less on the transaction and more on the relationship. And we talk about this a lot. It's the theme of SubSummit, May 31st to June 2nd, 2023 in Dallas, Texas. And our theme this year is engage and enrich, right? It's about engaging with your customers and enriching that experience and form those relationships. And I start to wonder, like, does Netflix actually give a shit about me?
You want the real answer?
I mean, this is a real podcast, dude.
Yeah, absolutely not. So Netflix's Edge is their original series, right? And they're going to try to produce content and give you access. Like, right, what are the 3 biggest things we talk about with subscriptions? It's either access, value, or what's the last one? Convenience.
Yeah.
If you think about it, they're essentially doing that. They're giving you access to content, in a lot of cases original. They're giving you value because you got this plethora of TV like shows to watch and movies to watch. And they're giving you convenience by just dropping it on your TV screen.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say they don't care about you. I think what they look at is the data. And like, how often are people watching? And they probably surveyed the customers and they said, well, a lot of people don't like our price increases. Inflation's going up. We need to come up with a solution.
And they're trying to add more customers. But the other thing that I feel, I guess I can't be mad about it, but is the whole like limiting, you can't share anymore, the password sharing thing. I feel like there's a better way through that some way.
So right now I have like probably 4 or 5 people that have my password. So you're saying they can't do that anymore? How are they going to know?
Start logging by IP addresses.
They have like 5 accounts. I think it knows when it's more.
Yeah. A number of TVs you can sign into. Hulu does this right now. Like I can only sign into Hulu and watch live TV at my house.
They should have a way to share the cost.
Yeah. Right. Or at least, form that relationship. I don't know.
So like for $20, you can share it with one other person and then it charges you both 10.
That's a better way.
Or there's like a $30 like 10 pack.
Maybe
you know what I'm saying?
Like ease into it, right? Don't all of a sudden like cut me off cold turkey, I mean,
look, you have to remember, like on one side we're on the consumer facing side of it, right? For them this is a business. And they need to look at those things. And I'm not saying don't look out for the customer, but here's the truth of it. One customer paid for it. Why should someone else get free access?
Well, right. No, I mean, we're cheating the system.
Yeah.
It's not designed and intended to be that way. So I shouldn't be mad when you make that change. I just feel like there's, I don't know, maybe like your idea of the whole
share it.
Yeah, share it. Like add a buddy on for $10 a month.
Come up with a solution that sounds right for the business and also makes the consumer feel really good about the change.
Yeah. It's about getting value, especially in a down economy. I don't like to use the word recession because God knows, are we actually ever going to experience a recession? Are we in the middle of a recession right now? Yeah. What's going to happen here? And today the stock market's
look, Attest had a lot of. I was at the Attest event last week. There's a ton of data around consumer spending. Like it's going down, right? There's a reason for it. So
although the CPI data released today shows like things are looking better now all of a sudden. So tell me more about like what Jeremy. So I love Jeremy King, CEO of Attest, brilliant guy, and they're a partner of ours with our annual report we put together. But you were there last week, so we were separate coasts last week.
Yeah, I was in New York. You were in Cali.
Yeah,
I was having more fun.
It was colder. It was colder last week in California than
in New York?
here in Michigan. Here,
New York was nice.
Yeah,
I walked to the office. Nice little mile walk. Man. It was nice. So. One of the biggest takeaways I saw, I wouldn't say the biggest, one of the takeaways that sits in my mind was when he talked about how there was a decreased spend on nearly everything except for grocery shopping. However, this all makes sense.
What's everything? Like
going out to dinner, movies, entertainment, streaming,
that makes
subscriptions,
sense.
Right?
Yeah.
But it went up in groceries, which makes sense because people are not going out for dinner as much.
Yeah.
They're going to the grocery store and buying more groceries. However, on top of that, they saw that consumers were being more savvy. So while they were spending more money, they were getting more items. So not buying as nice a quality food, let's just say. Yeah. I'm not a grocery shopper, but there's like generic brand and there's like
you drink like almond milk and
I do drink almond milk.
Yeah.
How'd you know?
You told me what your Instacart order was last week. Was almond milk? Was
French creamer?
French
Doritos?
Yeah.
Turkey?
It's the weirdest thing.
Turkey.
You didn't get bread in there.
I had tortillas. I don't
tortillas.
It was like 7 things. Yeah, my fridge right now has like Gatorade, beer, Coke, and
you live the bachelor life.
Yeah, it's insane. So that means consumers are buying not as high quality food or branded food or whatever it can be. They're getting more value. They're trying to be more savvy about how they're spending money. So that was an interesting take. They're seeing subscriptions more and more getting canceled. I forgot the percentage. It was like a 40% decrease. There was one other.
You had some pushback to Jeremy on that a little bit.
Yeah, that did it. Yeah, right. Because it was, they served 1,000 people, and there was no that. It was a wide spread of individuals, and more consumers that are subscribed to subscriptions are younger generation, Gen Zs, Gen Y, Gen X, right? Versus like the baby boomers and let's say individuals over the age of 50.
Yeah.
They didn't grow up in an environment with subscriptions, so they have less subscriptions in general. And so seeing them cancel, to me that has a different effect on the data, right? But there was one other really good point. It wasn't around the grocery.
But look at while that comes to mind for you, I've started to do this. So I went, instead of buying lunch this week, I went to Kroger.
Yeah.
I bought $50 worth of food. So far it's made me 2 lunches. I'm at $25 per meal now. I can probably make that last 2 more. I think I'll be, at the end of the day, I'm trying to get sub $10.
I was going to say you have to get sub $10. If you go buy $50 of groceries, you got to go sub $10.
I know. Listen, the Oreos will last me a few meals. I got some Oreos.
You didn't buy. I
got some Doritos. I got some chicken. I got some cheese. My point being is I did that. The other thing I did is I canceled my Panera coffee subscription.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was going back up to $10 a month from the $3 a month. And actually, I think they'd be better served continuing to give it to me at $3 a month, because now I'm not going to Panera as much.
So you had the coffee subscription?
Yeah.
It was $9 a month?
So it starts off at, I manipulate the system every time. I get the $10, I get the free trial for a month, and then it starts going to $11.99 or $10.99, whatever it is. If you go to cancel, they give you 3 months at $30 or
$3.
$3 a month basically.
So those that are watching and listening, I want you to remember that Paul shares his Netflix account and then he beats the system on his Panera Bread subscription.
Well, listen, I would go to Panera more regularly. I'd stop for the coffee, but I would consistently get a breakfast sandwich or get lunch. I haven't been to Panera since. And also for the audience out there, if you're an American Express card holder, they have an offer where you can get 4 months free of the Panera subscription.
So, I talk about the Panera subscription at every one of my talks at the
great
universities, right?
It shouldn't be $10 though, is my point.
Let me ask you, in a month, how many times do you go get coffee from them?
I would, in a month, I can break it down in a week for you, at least 4 times a week.
You go get coffee from Panera?
Well, because it's on my way into the office. I'll stop by there.
The problem is you have to get out of your
Sunday.
car and get it.
No, drive-through.
No way.
Yes.
Huh.
Well, are you surprised by that? You think it's too little or too much?
More than I thought.
Yeah, no, but it's easy. It's convenient for me. It's on my way into the office.
And then how many times do you buy something else?
50% of the time.
Oh, yeah, so they're doing well on you.
They are. They're doing, and their data shows uptick.
Yeah, and they have data around you.
And I think they should. I don't know. I don't know why they price it. I'm just not going to do $10, $11 bucks.
$10 is a steal for 4 cups of coffee.
I know it's a steal, but I can't get past it in my head. It's another $10 a month on something.
Yeah, and Panera Bread, you should come to the conference and have a conversation.
We're working on it. I've reached out to him a couple times. We're getting there.
Yeah,
but the one darling of the subscription industry that we had at our very first conference is struggling right now, and that's Birchbox.
Yep.
And it's hard to see that happen. One, because I have a lot of respect for what they originally built and Katya, and I don't think she's really involved in the company anymore. But it's been interesting to watch the rise and fall of Birchbox.
Yep.
And I think so the rumor is they have been billing people but not shipping.
It's not good.
Yeah. I have speculation around why that's happening, but that's hard.
Yeah, look at the business model. For one, she set a standard very early on for subscription boxes, right? That was the queen of subscriptions. Very early on, I'm pretty sure I told you this. I'm fairly certain I had conversations with people at Birchbox around this too. I think that they had a flaw in the business model, in the sense that their subscription model of sending beauty samples, they essentially became a sampler for Amazon.com and Ulta and Sephora.
Yeah.
Right? Because the consumer would try the product and then go to Amazon.com to get it. Or go to
that's extremely common. I was talking with a subscription brand the other day, a beverage subscription, and she was saying how their Amazon sales are, they do a lot of retail.
Yep.
Their subscribe and save customers are super loyal.
Yep.
She goes, her early subscribe and save customers are super loyal. And what she sees happen a lot is their Amazon subscriptions are, and she's like, I shop that way. I go, I shop that way too.
Yep. Well, see with them, and like hindsight's 2020, but I remember thinking this in 2016. They were in a position where they were the standard for the subscription boxes, right?
Yeah.
If I was building that business, I would have said, hey, if you want to be featured as a sample for the next 30 to 60 days, you must allow me to sell your product to my members for less than anywhere else. And I would have leveraged that I'm getting exposure to this.
Or exclusives even, right? Like
exclusives,
release first year.
Yes. Something where the consumer had to go back. That's where Birchbox would have made more profitability. The brand still got exposure. And listen, I'm not saying forever. 30 to 60 days. You just got this product in your box for the next 30 to 60 days. You can get it at this price.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can get it at the normal Amazon price, whatever. But now you got that customer that you can sell them on that. Maybe even get them in a subscribe and save on the singular item.
Yeah.
Right. So I tried the lotion. I liked it. Now I can subscribe and save through Birchbox and have it delivered to my door monthly.
Yeah. And I would imagine the subscribe and save customers are super loyal because they're getting products they need on a consistent basis, and it's arriving when they need it and things like that. So not surprising to hear from an opportunity standpoint there, but bummer to hear what's they're going under.
Hopefully they'll figure it out.
We knew some people that were invested in their recent round. Are they still in, or they get out?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder.
I haven't talked to them.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of the big things from my list today. The other one I read in the headlines recently was Microsoft's Game Pass missed their subscriber targets.
Interesting.
And it's one of those things where I think maybe they got a little overzealous with what they were doing. Microsoft still, even after the Activision acquisition, if they can get that to go through, will still be smaller. They'll still be the number 2 player in the market behind Sony. I don't know. I don't know a ton about Game Pass. I know Bradley and Alex here in the video room are active gamers. You guys Game Pass subscribers? Yeah, we got some head nods. Woo-hoo! Yep, we got they're Game Pass subscribers. You guys Sony subscribers?
They're Xbox.
No. Oh, they're Microsoft boys.
It's so crazy, Paul. We just talked about bringing the PS5 in here and setting up a whole station.
Yeah. No,
it's too bad. You know what? I guess we just won't do it anymore.
Throw it in the trash. Could do that. Yeah, I don't know. So it's interesting to see, and we can dive more into that for future. But yeah, I don't know. This is another fun episode. You got anything else in your mind today?
No, I think that's good. This is a good episode. Excited to see what we've got next. When we're going to be on, we got every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. We've got some more great guests coming up too, interviews. And for those of you out there that are not already subscribers, make sure you hit that subscribe, like, follow button, whatever is closest to your thumb that is a positive impact on our podcast here. Thanks so much for tuning in, and you can find us at subsummit.com or subta.com. And don't forget SubSummit, May 31st to June 2nd, Dallas, Texas, 2023. Thanks, everybody. See you next show.